With your Google site, you can embed lots of different kinds of gadgets. You can embed anything from a Google Doc, anything Google. I'll show you where all the choices are. You have to go into Edit Page. And under Edit Page, there is the Insert menu. And here in the Insert menu is all the different things that you can insert. And the top section is called Common, and those are the regular things that you've possibly inserted in a regular document, Google Doc, a word processing document, a PowerPoint, a spreadsheet. Images, things like links, table of contents, I'm not sure about subpage listing, a horizontal line. Then you have the gadgets, and we went over like the recent post gadget, like when you put in the announcement page. We'll go over some of these others as well and more gadgets. And then over here on the Google side, these are all the things that are related to Google that if you have a calendar, a chart, a document, a drawing, a group, if you have a Picasa, photos, if you've got a presentation, Google, anything Google, you can easily add them. Under video, it's Google Video or YouTube's. What I'm going to go over is the basic things that you might or might not be familiar with. First, I never really talked about just formatting text. Well, formatting text is just like in a word processing document. You click your cursor where you want. Here's the text. You highlight the text. If you want to change the size, you can change the size, bold, italic, underline. This is the text color. And remember, if you forget what any of these buttons do, if you put your cursor over it and hover it without clicking, it tells you what the individual buttons do. So, text color, this one, text background color. Here's how you make something a link, which we'll go over in a minute. Here's a numbered list. See how it changes it to a numbered list? This is bulleted list. See how it changes to bulleted list? Indent, decrease indent. Here's your alignment, left, center, right, and here is you can completely remove the formatting. And that's basically it for text. And here you have limited types of fonts. It is one of the downfalls. You can copy and paste, but here's your limited fonts. The next thing we're going to talk about is a link. You can insert a link. You can make a picture link, or you can make a word a link. You have to have the word or the picture highlighted that you want to create the link. So, highlight text, go to Insert Link. You can have it linked to a page in your site, and I'm not sure why you would necessarily do that if you have your navigation on the sidebar or the top. Now, maybe you have a rubric somewhere on the site and you're typing a paragraph and you're talking about an assignment and you put the word rubric in and you want the kids to be able to click on the word and go to that rubric page. That might be one reason. So if you click and pick a site page, like just say for some reason I wanted this to go to homework, all you have to do is click on it and see Site Pages is red. So that's why it's showing me these things. I always say open the link in another window right down here, and the reason I say to do that is because then if you don't do this, it replaces the page that the person is on with whatever page the link goes to, and then sometimes they have a hard time finding the page that they want to get back to. So I always do open in a window, click OK, and you can see it right here. Here's the link. If you want to change something, you can click change and it takes you back to this page, and if you wanted to remove the link, you could just click remove. So let's look at it again, but linking it to a website. Back to insert, go to link. If I want to do a web address, I click on web address, and here it shows me the text that I'm going to display. Now you either need to know the web address exactly in your head, or you can go out and copy it and paste it. So I'm just going to put in Google, and I'm going to open in a new window and I say OK. Now here it is, and watch, if I click on it, it'll take me out to Google, and it's opened in a new page. My page is still back here. So there you go, and if I click save, it just looks like this, and watch, it's the hand, and I click on it, and it takes me out to the Google site. Great. So Let's take a look now at inserting a picture. Insert an image. You have two choices when inserting an image. You can upload an image, which means you have to know where it's saved and have access to it. Is it on your hard drive? Is it on a flash drive? Is it in your Dropbox account? Is it in your H drive? You can also know the web address URL. I am not going to go into this one. If you know how to do this, you know how to do this. So I need to upload a picture. So it's just like opening a document. I need to browse and I need to find where my picture is. So I'm going to take one of my pictures from my Dropbox account. So I'm going to go into some photos. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, so here's a picture of someone that I work with. If I click on it and click open, it will appear in, you could kind of say this is like your image library. So once it's in here, you can go and upload it directly from here. So once it's in here then, after you've uploaded it into, you could say, your image library, you can click on it and then insert it into your document. And what you can do with different pictures, when you click on the picture, you get this menu at the bottom, and it's a little bit of formatting. So you can align left. And once again, when you put your cursor over it, it shows you what the button does if you're not sure. So maybe I want to center this, and maybe this picture's a little big, so I can make it smaller, or I can make it medium, or I can make it large, or I can put it back to the original size. So let's make it small. This is text wrapping, so if you want to play with text wrapping and wrap it, you can do text wrap on. And you don't have that many choices with text wrapping. It's just on or off. So it's not as good if you're a text wrap maven. It's not as easy to function. And if you want to get rid of the picture, you can just click X. So here's my picture. And if I want to make the picture a link, what I can do is I can go to change, and right here, it links to this URL, but I don't want it to link to this URL. I want it to go to, I'm just going to do Google again, www.google.com. I can open in a new window and say OK, and now my picture is a link. Ta-da! So once again, the trick with making a picture a link is once you have the picture in, it's not as clear cut. You have to click on change, and then if you wanted to go to a page, you could pick site page and pick the page. If you wanted to go to a website, you'll change the website that's in here and put it in here. Okay? So there's inserting text, creating links from text, inserting pictures, and making a picture a link as well. Inserting tables are a good way to actually like manage images and different items because sometimes they can jump around. Remember, when you're inserting something, wherever your cursor is where it's going to appear. So you can go to table, and this is not in the insert menu. Table, insert table. And you can pick what kind of size table do you want. How many columns? How many rows? So I'm just going to do a 3 by 3. So here's my table. And then you can do different things with the table. If you want to insert a row above, you can insert a row above. If you want to insert a column to the left, it'll insert a column. So that's how you can grow your table. So this is under table. You want to delete the table, you can delete the whole table. Okay, so once you have your table, the table does not have all the features that you're used to in if you've used Word with table properties. You can change the alignment, like if you want to type in the table by using the alignment feature. So you watch, if I click here and then go align left, my cursor moves to the left. I click here, center. One thing I want to show you is that if you do put something in a table, like just say I cut this picture out and I put it into the table, the table cells will adjust to size of things that you put in it. So it is a good way to hold place value, places. You don't have all the features that you have with table properties. So don't expect as robust a table maker as you're used to if you use them in Word.